Hello and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. This week's Wellness Wednesday came to me because of my observation of what happened during the amazing virtual fair that we put on at the Coombs Fair. There are so many gurus out there that want to tell you how you should live your life. And what came to me when I was looking at the amazing things that were done to create that virtual fair was how much commitment people put into that and how much energy they had to actually do it when they could have found other things to do. I mean, there's lots of excuses not to commit yourself to that kind of thing. So what does it take to make extraordinary things happen? And why do people put so much energy into that kind of thing? And it seems that, like it was a monumental task, but it happened in actually a very short period of time because we didn't have that much time to plan for switching out the fair, not even understanding what it was going to be like, not to mention that it had never been done before in over 100 years of the fair. So let's take a look at what motivates us. And the gurus keep talking about passion and purpose. Well, what is your purpose and what is your passion? So let's just sort this out a little bit with what we understand as how we work as human beings. So first of all, I like to go back to the very beginning. So I like to say, what's in your toolbox? So what do you have that might contribute to this? Well, number one, you have an unlimited brain. There are so many potential things that your brain could do that you can never exhaust all the potential of your brain in one lifetime, probably not even 1,000 lifetimes. You have so many trillions of possible connections in your brain that could do so many things for you, but that's for another talk. And the biggest part of your brain, really interesting, is the creative part of your brain, which is in the frontal lobe, and that's dedicated to being creative. But the other thing is that when you're happy, you're more creative. And it seems that creative and happy seems to work together. So those two things have a huge part to play in your life. Not to mention the fact that everything you experience in life happens in your brain. In other words, you interpret even pain. If you were to cut off the nerves to your arm, you wouldn't be able to feel anything in your arm because it's not your arm that feels it. It's your brain that interprets it. And so your sense of smell, taste, hearing, vision, all of those things, your brain actually interprets them for you and gives you your life experience through that. So it's how you create your life experience through this thing, this potential called the brain. And unfortunately, there's no manual for it. And there might be a reason for that, because you're an open slate. You have this incredible brain that you can do almost anything you want with. And whatever gives you the most pleasure seems to drive your brain even more and allows you to get even more out of this unlimited brain. And since you have a limited time on this planet, you might want to use the tools that get the most out of your brain so you have the best life experience. And you can never exhaust your potential in one lifetime. It's just too big and too incredible. And so you can take on just about anything. And somehow people that come from backgrounds you wouldn't believe end up creating incredible things. And a lot of the people that, it's on record, there are a lot of people that are experiencing major things and contributing huge things to us as human beings have things called learning disabilities. And that's for another talk another time too. So because we have such an unlimited brain, it's interesting. You cannot see what another person is seeing exactly the way they see it. And the reason for that is that all of their experiences in life, and remember, they've got an unlimited brain, unlimited possibilities. So if they do, there are so many possible ways they can interpret life. You would never be able to actually interpret it the same way as they do. So everybody experiences life in a completely different way. And gurus and life coaches are great and will help you on your path to get what you want. But it's kind of like learning a trade. Electricians, if you learn the basics of how to do electricity, there's a basic concept of how to do it. But different electricians have different ways of doing it. They pick their preferred way. That's a simple example, but you have an unlimited brain. Gurus can guide you and life coaches can guide you down that path, but then you get to choose in the way that serves you the best and the way that gives you the most energy. In other words, what is the thing that drives you the most, that you love most doing? And so if you think about that, no one can or should be doing your life for you. In other words, directing you exactly the way you should do your life. That's actually for you to decide. And because you see things uniquely, your desires and things that you love doing are going to be particular to you. That's you. And that's how you discover who you really are. And that's another time for another talk on who you really are. But anyways, the thing that motivates you the most will actually give you endless energy. You'll be able to do things more because you love doing something, that time just gets lost. You just keep going and going and going. And so I would say that that kind of just that directs you to your passion. In other words, your passion is what you love doing the most and have endless energy to keep on doing it. And so there's a good example of what passion is that love for doing things. And you get to decide that. So in this lifetime, you get to explore all of those different things that make you happy. And you can move from one to another. It's just a continual process of exploring what makes you happy, that allows you to explore your unlimited brain some more and allows you to understand more of what life's all about, and then jump into the next wonderful thing that you can do. And so there's so many different ways that you can do it. So how many different ways can you think of in your lifetime to create the life that you want, that gives you that amazing feeling of joy when you do it? Just one more thing though. It's a fact that you get more motivated and you get more out of life when you're helping somebody else, which is really, really interesting. I like to call it the God factor. Kind of slipped it in there. You get lots of joy from doing lots of things, creating what you want, mechanical things, that kind of thing. But when you help somebody else, and that's probably, I think, the motivating factor for the amazing board we have at the Agricultural Association running the Coombs Fair, is that everybody has a strong passion for helping other people and seeing this amazing fair, this sense of center of community that brings people together. They have a sense of purpose behind that because they feel that that's something that they can contribute, and they obviously do. It was an amazing fair, and I'll have some more videos on exactly what that is so everybody can still experience it, even though it's gone, through the magic of video, of course. So, is your purpose really something out there you have to chase after, or is your purpose just finding out what makes you happy? And if you do, you'll find out that you do have unlimited energy, which gives you another clue that you are finding what makes you happy. And maybe, just maybe, my opinion only, that your purpose is to explore this amazing thing called your unlimited potential and your unlimited brain. And hey, you might want to explore it a little bit more by helping some of your fellow human beings or your fellow creatures on the planet. And remember, there's no failure out there. There's just results. If you try something and you didn't get what you want out of it, try it a different way. Try something different. Keep going. Again, it's your exploration of what makes you happy. And that, in tune, gives you the chance to explore your greatness. So have a great day, and thanks for tuning in to Wellness Wednesday. And don't forget the Coombs Fair.